Hey guys, this video is a little bit late. I actually was thinking of making this video closer to when Chainsaw Man ended, and then I kind of just forgot about it, to be quite frank. But hey, to be fair, it's not like I've been slacking. Actually, I've been slacking a little bit. I haven't posted as many videos as I want. This intro is not off to a good start, is it? Let me rephrase. I'm still posting videos every day, so it's not like I took time off and then was like, oh, I'd rather do the Chainsaw Man thing. No, it's just an extra video I want to talk about. But we have been, making videos. Anyways, you get the point. Chainsaw Man. I'd like to give my vague, rough opinion on the season. I don't generally do anime reviews, so this isn't going to be like some professional thing, just off-the-cuff discussion as if we were sitting down having a chat. So, obviously, in that discussion, I would also be asking you, what do you think of Chainsaw Man? You have a favorite character, anything you're scared of or looking forward to, let me know in the comments. Like a discussion, except you're obviously not here in real time. But anyways, you get that point too. So, I thought it was a pretty cool anime. I definitely don't think it was perfect. I think it has some flaws. Maybe even slightly overrated. But don't think I'm hating on the show. I'll defend the show now after saying that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Very much a fun show to watch. Every episode kind of flies by, and you look forward for the next episode. You don't want to wait a week. So it's definitely a great anime in that sense, like very entertaining. But do I feel like emotionally attached to it as I have in other animes? Like no, something about it for some reason. I'm not as emotionally invested in. I don't know why. Like don't get me wrong, I'm very interested in where the story will go, where the character arcs will go, who will live, who will die. If they're going to get the gun devil and all that, like I'm interested to see how that all plays out. But at the same time, like I said, I'm not as emotionally invested into these characters and the show as much as I have in some other anime, even anime that I've seen that had the same amount of episodes. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe you know what I mean. Maybe you disagree with me. Another point of contention, real quick though, that was a hot topic recently was that scene with the ghost devil and Aki and the whole cigarette thing. I saw some people clowning on the show for that. I saw some people defending the show for that. I'm like 50-50 on that one. I know it's kind of a random thing to bring up, but just because it was a hot topic recently, like I mentioned. It was kind of weird because it's like, why is that thing trying to kill him? Did it forget about the memory? And then it gives him the cigarette, and then he kills it anyway. I'm like, wait, what? Like, what's going on here? Plus, the Ghost Devil got owned by that other thing, like in one shot. So, sorry, I'm not that impressed by the Ghost Devil. No offense. It was like a nice scene. Don't get me wrong. The cigarette thing, it did pull at my emotions, so to speak. But at the same time, like I said, I'm like 50-50 on it. I'm like, half of me is like, dang, that's an emotional scene. That's intense. I feel bad for these characters. The other half of me is like, okay, it's kind of silly. Plus, who cares about the Ghost Devil anymore? Maybe there's plenty of reason to care about the Ghost Devil and I missed something, but from what I understood, that thing got owned in one shot recently, so whatever, Plus, it's not even like the Ghost Devil's actually the girl, right? Unless I'm mistaken, the devils are completely different entities. So the Ghost Devil is not Himeno. They're like different. So even like then it doesn't fully make sense. But whatever, like I said, I'm 50-50 on it. Good scene, but also silly scene. What else there to talk about? Power is cool. Makima is interesting. Denji's cool. I actually do like Denji. He's a pretty cool protagonist. I'll give him credit. Something else the show did amazing. This particular song, they got the like depressing anime vibe perfect. It's like peaceful yet melancholy, and you could just tell stuff ain't gonna go well. I'm not too sure what to talk about next about this show. No script or anything as usual. I think I'll talk about this. My anime list. The show has an 8.7. I don't know. I'll maybe give the show an 8 out of 10. 8.7 out of 10 seems a little high. I don't know exactly like why though. It just doesn't seem like 8.7 material to me. Maybe someone can explain this in the comments a little more, even though it's my opinion. Maybe you know what I'm saying. It's hard to explain because like I've kind of been vaguely talking about throughout this video already. The show is good. It is really good. It's just missing some things that really make it special to me. I think here's one thing I do think about it, which could be why I feel that way. It's pretty simple, actually. I think the Sword Devil, being such a main enemy of this season, kind of brought it down slightly just because that dude was really generic and boring, like a Sword Devil, okay. And then, like, the overall main villain of this show sounds like it's going to be a Gun Devil, which is also extremely generic sounding, like, okay, a gun, cool. Now, that said, it might have an awesome design and, like, character depth, which makes it more interesting. And I'm totally open to that. Like, I don't know anything about it right now except that it's called a Gun Devil. So that in of itself is a bit generic and boring. But like I said, once we get more details on it, maybe it'll be super interesting. Okay, that said, obviously I know a little bit more about it. I know there seems to be some implication between Chainsaw and Gun Devil. And also that the Gun Devil is really strong and has some sort of authority. But I think that's all I know about it, unless I missed something. But my point does still stand, though. That doesn't make... all that stuff isn't super interesting. But like I said, it might get more interesting as the story develops, and it probably will, so fair enough. Oh, you know what? We could talk about Pochita real quick. Pochita definitely is a 10 out of 10, though. Pochita, great character. You can't beat that. I love animals. I love dogs. Even a freaking chainsaw dog, I guess. Who probably the devil's probably like some evil character, I guess. What are they gonna do? Pull some like Madoka Magica? They're gonna make it like a, what was that thing's name? QB or something? It was like QB, right? Are they gonna do that with Pochita? Make it some like evil creature? It looks cute. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I guess that's really all I got to say about this one. I would, yeah, probably give it closer to an 8 out of 10 as opposed to the 8.7 that's on my anime list. But let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you for tuning in. As I already said, and as you know, this is not scripted. This isn't even supposed to be a review, actually, just a discussion. I just brought their review points up because, you know, it's an interesting part of a discussion, see what other people thought about the show and what they rated it on my anime list, for example. So that's why we turned into that. But again, this is not supposed to be a review, just a chill chat. My rough thoughts about the show. By the way, important point I should have mentioned, I just remembered it, because I've actually talked about this in another video, but you may have missed it. The CGI used. Some people liked it, some people didn't like it, some people criticized it, some people literally hated it. I didn't think it was that bad. I definitely am not a fan of CGI stuff. Like, I'd prefer even really old school, like 80s, 90s animation over like current CGI. I don't like the CGI stuff. That said, at least it wasn't like, it wasn't annoying to watch. It didn't hurt my eyes or anything. Like, some CGI is literally so bad to watch, I won't watch it. Chainsaw Man, it seems like they put good effort towards the CGI that they did use, and it was done well enough that it didn't negatively impact the viewing experience for me, so I'll give them credit on that. But yeah, that's my opinion on the CGI part. And now I think we'll actually wrap this up. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, please consider liking and subscribing. And let me know if you'd like me to talk about my rough opinion on Bleach and Hero Acca as well, because those wrapped up recently. It might be fun to talk about that too. So let me know what you think in the comments. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you there.